tricked. I can understand the idea from MIBR, but it just did not work at all.
The idea is what? You smoke off long, you get in towards the site, and then all of a sudden they hear the bomb's been planted. So I think the bomb's would be towards the A site. They draw everyone over there. But it just didn't work, especially with Roy behind them, able to spot them out. I think it was Shush on the slow rotate towards the A site actually helped, because he was able to actually turn around towards the B site, see Taco crossing in the door, and make that spot, make that call for his team. And Trick start things off strong. They get the pistol round. They're up 1-0 so far in the series. I can almost smell the grand finals waiting for them.
Boy, I'd like to see the guy on Reddit who's going to say that he predicted this grand final if they do manage to get there, because there's always one. There's one genius who knew it was coming the whole time. I'm definitely not that person, because I could never have imagined that it would be VP and Trick. To be honest, I'm more surprised by VP, but who knows? There's still a long way to go. MIBR are definitely one of the favorites still within this tournament, even though they've made changes. Mousesports were for sure the other. Reasonable amount of investment into this round from the T side. A scout alongside the Deagles as they slowly edge their way towards the A site. Now, short is normally a position where, at a minimum, you get a bomb plant. Unless A-Core goes absolutely ham, you'd expect that to be the case. Smoke going to be fairly irritating. Blocked a little bit, and actually does give some space to creep around it. But it does seem like the Brazilians will just wait patiently until that smoke fades.
And it's not like Tricked or even peeking in a position to be seen by these two players. 30 seconds left. The time is up. They're going to have to start to make their push through. They'll obviously come down to Fur on the flank as well. If you can take this 1v1 up against Roy, but Akora gets the first onto Taco, looking to stall for even more times the flashbang's going to come through. Roy's actually rotated back across, which allows Fur to push if he wants to, if he can hit these Deagle shots, but it might not matter. Akora gets a second. Fur will get the kill onto him. He's looking to alleviate this pressure on towards short, and Hunden with the jumping shot stops the bomb from going down. 7 seconds left, and Hunden gets a second. Kelly, are you kidding me? Hunden gets the double.
That's disgusting. To do it once is just rude. It's like to do it a second time is basically just pure BM, but hey, it worked out, denied the plant. As said, that's what you expect when you push short like that. You should be able to get a bomb down just because of that sort of factor. You basically have to do something a little bit ridiculous to deny it, unless you have someone actually on the site. And well, because of that, we're not going to see too much into this round. A few Deagles, no armor. MIBR just waiting patiently to get a purchase into the next round.
They look at Tricked in the weapons they have, the SMGs. They're looking to make bank off this round. You can see that with the aggression coming through. They're actually going to push out a middle, which is going to give a lot of, well, potential kills to Bubsky. Is only going to get one, and somehow MIBR with just pistols has been able to take a couple of kills. Not to be of a deal, though, considering the weapons they're up against and the weapons they dislodge. They recover the M4, and now Trick going to buy up into this as well as MIBR.
Still with a couple of SMGs within their grasp, Bobby. Interested to see what they'll actually do with them. Is there going to be a push taken? Maybe look to get into tunnels early on and try and remove that spot from the map, or get aggressive onto short. You have to do something here. You can't really just leave those weapons sitting, unless they're just deep within the B site, I suppose. They have gone for a double AWP, though. This is something that we only really saw towards the end of their CT side of Overpass, and it wasn't massively successful. Different map, of course, but it was mainly A-Core doing any damage with it. There's the aggression, though. Hunden and, in fact, Roy get 2 kills with those 2 SMGs, different places on the map. But once again, a disadvantage for the Brazilians.
Bubsky, there's the first shot. The bomb now down. Second as well, lines him up. And looking to knock them down as he closes it out on Lucas and gets his third of the round. 4-0 start for Tricked. This is looking good for the Danish players. MIBR, not the greatest of money to spend into this. It's such a kind of risky buy. I mean, they had, what, the two SMGs plus the double ops. If the aggression out of the SMGs didn't work out, the ops could be overrun, and MIBR could have taken that round.
Well, yeah, a lot of the time you won't see that as well, because you want to make sure if the SMGs go wrong, you have money to buy. But buying a double AWP, it kind of wrecks any chance of that happening. So a risk, but that's one thing I have liked from Trick. They haven't been afraid to go for these sort of risks because they're playing against better opponents or because they're playing against a team who should be a better opponent. They've been doing whatever they fancy. They've been picking up these double orbs. They've been going for aggressive plays. Note both of those kills. That was a late pop flash in towards long for one of them. The other was just a sheer push through short to find the other. So no fear from Trick. We're going to need to see some sort of response. Fer been given a hero AK here. Push coming through, but that MP9 still there. Almost gets the second. In fact, it is going to be the Fire doing the work, but the Deeg gets another kill. However, they need to try and clear him. Taco again. A couple of kills with the dirty Deeg, and that gives them the site. The only problem is, are they going to be able to cross?
Well, yes, unfortunately, Trick have let them get this train. They don't actually know they can pick this up. The bomb not rolling in their favor, and Bubs gets behind, and he gets the double. 9 kills for this man, as Trick are now up 5-0.
I felt like Bubsky just starts every single game off fantastically. 9-1. The only real problems began for them when he did slow down a little bit. If he can keep this going, I don't think there's much that MIBR can even do about it. And it was mentioned, I think, on Twitter by multiple different people, the statistics. I think Pimp brought it up as well. The opening kills for Trick have been fantastic. They've dominated them. In fact, the scoreline shouldn't have been that close in the previous match, other than the sort of clutch plays. This time, though, Fer on the edge. Looking to try and stop that statistic from increasing any further. He'll start things off with a kill onto Bubsky.
It's a heavy investment on the CT side, keeping 4 players towards this A position. Shush is going to have a hell of a time trying to defend against this aggression if it does come his way. Now just giving up the majority of A after the initial stack, trying to lock down this middle. MIBR taking their time. Still haven't really decided which direction they want to go. They'll even following on the flank. Akor, such a strong opper, not going to hit a shot this time, but will escape, most importantly, with his life. London pushes up aggressively. Gets caught out here, which leaves Akor by himself, but he's going to get the first. That's Fer now down. He's going to get a second as well into Lucas. He needs some backup, and it's going to come in the form of Roy. But even with that 2-man push towards short, it's not like the bomb was committed to that position. And yet with Shush rotating out, it's given Fallen control of the B site.
Yeah, the information is had. You'll hear the rotations coming in, the Molotov and the smoke should allow for this bomb to go down without any real troubles. Gonna try and catch him as he crosses, but nothing really there. The rotation's still coming from Taco. He was trying to hold off middle, but instead, he's just going to be a little bit late to the party. Even still, though, retaking this site is so desperately difficult. How'd they've got through? They've sneaked in, okay. Fallen at least spots Shush eventually. He was just sent in as a bit of a decoy, trying to give Roy some space, but it isn't happening, and KNG pushes in to close out one more. MIBR onto the board. Still, though, I imagine there's going to be a response from Trick.
I don't know how MIBR do this. They're down a man, and yet they still somehow are able to take the round. Fallen just sneaking his way through. Really trying to pull Tricked in the wrong position. Double out coming back in for Trick, so a very heavy investment out of their side. Double out for MIBR as well. And Tricked have put a lot of emphasis on this long A control consistently in this map so far. Really trying to deny this avenue to attack on towards that A site. I'd like to see maybe a little bit more short control, actually. Look for a peek in towards lower B. And again, last time they did that, it did not work out for Bubsky.
Yeah, they're gambling very heavily on this being a B play, as you mentioned. But look at where Roy's got to. He's deep within long, so they can't have that avenue. But if they go short, it has to be a retake. And he can't really even fight from long either because he only has an MP9. So we are going to see the rotation back. Nightcore looking to get in position. I think he'll just about be there before any sort of execution can begin. And I think the T side are hoping that Fur wins his duel on long to give them an extra bit of space, even still. Burning that clock down, 40 seconds left. A little bit of utility still available. Like, Roy could realistically rotate off and still Molotov things. Here comes the push.
Good flashbang lands. Of course, the core to relocate, but again, he still hits the shot. This man is not missing much of anything. Bubsky gets the kill on the taco in towards middle, so there's no flank coming in. KMG trying to come around the corner to deal with the man who's been so hard to kill, and he gets the shot onto a core. Can he get the second? How does he hit Hundon's head? And now KNG, 1 versus 3. But where do you go from here? Flashbang's being thrown out. He's trying to move away, trying to look for a shot. Roy gonna be pushing back in, and Shush is gonna get the kill. And Tricked will take their 6th round.
Yeah, dominant. So many times in that round where it looked like if MIBR just pushed into that site, they had it dead to rights. Like, there was some real risks being taken. It's how you have to play the CT side of Dust 2, and for Tricked, already with a bit of a disadvantage, they had to take some risks in that round. But they were more than successful. This man has been on point all the way throughout the tournament with that AWP.
100%.
Nice shot still from KNG, but well, at that point the round was seemingly over. Once again though, he will be able to retain the AWP into this round. And the buy's not actually that bad from the Brazilians, considering they won one and then lost one straight back. Could be a lot worse.
Both teams did have the double op setup though, so it was gonna be hard to buy up into the next round for either team. Bubsky started off strong and he's continuing strong, gets the initial kill in this round. Talking about short control earlier on, and you can see a Trick trying to poise for that. And MIBR looking to maybe actually play around this middle position. A core who's, again, he's not been missing many shots. He might be overwhelmed. He's got some support from Roy. The flashback comes through. He's going to miss his shot. Roy's going to miss as well. Hundon, though, is able to catch on the one and the second. Gets the bomb down. The 3-man stack out of Tricked works out. It's not over just yet. Fur, such an instrumental player in the last map, able to do so again. Get the kill, get the bomb. And not much more than that. Bubsy again gets another 2 added to his tally, up to 12. And Tricked up to a 7-1 start.
They really are trying to cut off rotations as well with a lot of the ways they play. Like, note that there's been a kill almost every single round from Bubsky in middle, because Taco has been trying to probe in that direction, and he just can't get past that AWP. It's always there waiting. He's 12-2 at the moment, but there's plenty of players performing for Tricked, and on the other side, there's next to nothing. Here we go, just trying to brute force it. Straight out long they go, but again, it's a good read from the CT side. An all-out brawl begins. There's still one man rating around this angle. It is Roy. Oh, he turns away at the wrong time, but he still gets the kill. KNG put down. And now there's just 2 men waiting to try and bring this back.
Only 1 smoke to cover the cross for MIBR. I still have to worry about that op at Bubsky, who's been able to hit quite a few shots. Taco. Oh, that didn't work out as well, but he's still got a cross nonetheless. But Roy's here, and Roy's actually sneaked through at the perfect time. The timing's good, but the shot's not. Lucas gets the kill. That's unfortunate. Now it leads to Taco getting the kill to Bubsky. Now it's all on Shush. You can't be missing shots like that.
Yes, deja vu. This was the problem for Tricked. They let rounds slip away. Lucas is so well placed for this. Shush is going to predict it, though. Leaves it into the 1 versus 1. Taco as well, waiting on the angle, and he won't miss. He takes that round away. Made in Brazil so good in these clutch situations. And it seemed like Trick did pretty much everything right there. The same for Roy. It's just his aim let him down. Well, at least the last time. Maybe his luck ran out. But that was a crunch round. Trick may have won the majority, but look at their finances.
Well, you can't because it's just not there. That's the problem. And by the way, Bubsky again, got the first kill in towards middle. He's really been putting his foot down. 13 kills. Yeah, just pistols about for Tricked and MIBR. I mean, this could have been 8-1. This could have been potentially 9-1 with the route Tricked are playing. I hate to kind of call it out, but you got to be hitting those shots. If you're Roy pushing out towards long, you would have had such a big advantage in that round.
It does seem like there's been a few like pressure plays, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a 4v1 on Overpass and you don't win that one either, that just kind of shows that these like clutch moments, for some reason, are slipping away from them.
There we go, though. Looking like a potential fast B play. Nade actually does quite a lot of damage early on, but the man pushing through the underpass is already going to be lost. While KNG picks off another. Bubsky still surviving in this corner. They're still going to check it, though. I like that from Taco. Being cautious. And they'll have a comfortable round here. Even still, pretty much everything invested into this round from Tricked. Nice shot from Roy. Don't see them going for this, but hey, saving an extra weapon can always be beneficial. The bomb not going down just yet, though. I feel like they delayed that. Fallen has gone all the way back to the spawn, just hoping to hunt down some of the weapons that, well, at least one has been stolen and the other that was bought up. Even still, though, for the T's, I don't think they want to risk too much here.
Yeah, it's not like they have much money to buy if they do try to chase these down. But credit to MIBR, I mean, they keep trying new things. I think for the majority of this map so far, they've had one player kind of doing his own thing, whether it was Taco in the pistol round with the bomb towards B, whether it was Fallen in the second round they won, or not even in the second round they won. They actually got him over towards the B side and took that one completely. MIBR aren't out just yet. And Tricked with no money to spend, they have to hope that the AK and the M4 can get some early kills to keep them in this round.
Yeah, this is the chance, though. This is a map where momentum seems to be key. You see a lot of T-halves coming in on Dust2 at the moment, mainly because the T side get rolling and the CTs never really get going financially or even just individually. We saw this as well from the side of Tricked earlier. Nice shot from Acor, but it's fur back with the double, and that's both weapons gone already. But even still, you can see the patience from the Brazilians. They're not going to rush into this. They're not going to overplay their hand and risk too much, especially when they know that this is going to be a weaker purchase coming in. And with both weapons being dropped already, chances are this should be easy from here on out, as long as they don't take too many risks. Even still, chance for some more kills. Bubsky, how did they get 2 from that? That makes absolutely no sense. KNG with a wallbang, though. He's very low on HP as well. They actually have control of the bomb. The main factor here is Taco, but they're going to go pushing KNG, and that's another kill coming in off the back of the pistols. This makes absolutely no sense. It has to be on to Taco. This is a round they cannot lose, and they do. What a ridiculous round from Tricked. And now we finally see mistakes being made from MIBR, and that just can't happen.
3 kills for Shush, 2 at the USP. You would imagine with losing both rifles off the beginning of the round that it should have been done and dusted. It should have been over, and yet a great little play, pushing KNG like that with 2 players, knowing Taco's flanking around behind you in middle. The right call made at the right moment, and that's them another round. 8-3, as you said before. That double up coming back into the fight for Tricked. I think the story of this, we'll get to that in a second. Shush actually gonna be overwhelmed. A big rush coming through with the rifles. Bubsky gets the first. Shush trying to get out of the smoke to do something to help out. You can see Fur completely blinded up. Bubsky, that was through a smoke, and yet he gets the kill. The reinforcements are here, and MIBR might be shut down, but somehow Fallen and Taco respawn.
The clutches is where the Brazilians have been at their best, and Taco's going to pick off another kill. This shouldn't be happening. It is left all onto him, though. He needs a couple more to save this round for them, and they know where he is. Nice shot for Acor. Doesn't even give him a chance. Another for the Danes, and well, the money may just be enough for wonder if MIBR will risk it here. They have enough for a glass cannon AWP and AKs across the board on the rest of the players. Utility will be lackluster, but they're also getting to the point where they can't really afford to lose too many more. 9 rounds on the CT side of this map is pretty damn good.
Trik's got a 40% win rate with MIBR and 43%, so both kind of equal in terms of how well they play this map. Though obviously we've seen some roster changes for the side of Brazil.
Also the caliber of teams. Like Trik are playing a hell of a lot of matches in sort of online tournaments. They're in that grind phase of trying to get invites rather than just having to face off. So even though you look at it statistically, MIBR should be favored quite massively in this match because they're always playing, say for example, blast events where they're playing best of ones versus multiple different teams. Then you are like who are at the top of their game, whereas yeah, Trik are playing online versus teams you may never even have heard of a lot of the time.
But on the grind is the exact good way to explain Trik because they have 107 maps in the last 3 months played, and look at this. What is happening here? Roy, Akor, Bubsky as well. MIBR, this aggression is just not working out for them. They're trying to catch Trik off guard, and yet Trik are not flinching. Taco again's been able to sneak out towards middle, but what can he really net from this position? Well, maybe 1 kill. That's Bubsky gonna fall. He now has fallen there to help assist, smoke to cover off. Shush, he's already been so good. Flashbang comes out, charges straight out the door, gets the first, the bomb is down, and there we go. Tricked up to 10 in the first half of Dust 2.
This is starting to look like a whitewash. Double digits hit on the CT side, and MIBR are the ones looking like the big underdogs in this matchup. The Danes strong across the board. Their stars aligning as they dominate the Brazilians.
Ooh, again, can he do it? He's hit so many shots in middle. He's been able to get so many first frags. Gets the tag on the KMG. He's up against the pistols. He has 17 kills, by the way, on the CT side. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Fallen really wanting to get aggressive with this Deagle, trying to maybe make some space. The bomb still lurks on the other side. He's been given so many attempts. Finally, someone's going to go. Like, Roy will just come in and go, okay, guys, let's kill him off before something goes wrong. They're trying to, again, bait rotations. This is almost identical to their pistol round. I think they should know at this point, or Taka should know that no one's moving.
Yeah, there it is. Shush gets the kill. Bomb's now down. And Lucas by himself up against 5. 11-3 for Trik Esport. We've already had 1 upset today. The question now comes, can they close this out and throw a second and propel themselves through into the grand finals?
This will be one hell of a showing from them.
And if they did get through the finals, they've already beat Virtus Pro 2-0 in the initial match they played in group stage. Obviously, it's a very different Virtus Pro than what we saw then, but that's a good sign for them.
Also, the crowd, we already know, are firmly in VP's favor, but just like this map, it's firmly within Trik's favor. Acorn, once again, he's not even going to back away. He stayed up there. There's no way Taco expected that. The repeat, this is just pure confidence from the Danish side, but you can understand why. What do you even call in this situation if you're Fallen? Sure, they found ways back into rounds. That has not been happening so far within this second map. Burr waiting patiently though, and Hunden will go down. Still information gathered. The rest of the team shouldn't be making the same sort of mistakes. They've sectioned themselves off, 2 per site. But there's still plenty of time.
Looks like Fallen's gonna throw somewhat of a distraction towards the A site. Shush gonna still be waiting and alert towards B. Bubsy's gonna be there as well, and he has the op. We haven't seen him missing too many shots, and I don't think he's gonna continue to do so. It's such a crucial round. 1 player through tunnel, 2 towards middle, 25 seconds left to go. course, I jinx is gonna miss the first and the second. Fallen takes a hit off him. Now Shush is gonna fall. I don't know how MIBR keep doing this with the man down, and yet they keep doing it.
Of course, being the last round of the half, it is going to have to be attempted. KNG pushing into middle. He should be able to hold off at least one of the rotations. Maybe expected, but he hits the shot nonetheless and should get the second, but Acor still with one. There's a possibility here, but not from Fur. They'll at least claim that last round, and again, it shouldn't have happened.
There's 2 rounds, Tom, that should never have happened.
Yep.
This should have been a 13-2 scoreline, potentially even 14 with what we've seen.
You got to remember the USP round. Like, I'm removing that one at least from the list.
And they should have had at least
crazy.
one net round from that.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that USP round sort of trumps everything else we saw within that half. But yeah, along with the stage, it seems like at the moment the server is red. The question is, can MIBR ruin the display with a splatter of green? It is 4 rounds is all they could claim. Now they switch over to the CT side. We've seen hugely aggressive T sides coming out from Tricked. Again, we've spoken about the fact that they are not scared to face anyone within this tournament. Mentioned yesterday the hard route that Virtus Pro would have to take if they want to win. They'd have to go through everybody and sort of set it up as maybe MIBR being the final boss. Well, instead it could be the Danes, the team that they failed to beat before. If anything, that's normally how final bosses work in video games. At the same time, I'm sure the Danish side will go into that massively confident, but they haven't finished the job yet. They already almost let it slip. It was a second that made the difference in the previous map. Well, with a few close rounds in this one, there's still the possibility that anyone can rise to the occasion. First, still up there, 13 kills to his name. It's just been an incredible half from the majority of the players, like Bubsky, 17 kills, Acor, 17 kills, Shush, 13 and 5, Roy as well, 11 kills, but 7 assists, and we've seen the amount of damage and impact he's been doing. It's been ridiculous out from the Danish side, and this is the map that we sort of expected to be weaker from them.
The thing is, if we didn't see MIBR's comeback against NIP, and we didn't see the Overpass map that they just played, I would call it over. But the fact that they are a team that keeps that mentality, that has the crowd behind them, I don't think you can ever count them out. Yeah, 11-4, it's not a great scoreline for them, but I don't think they're out in any way. And yeah, you can see the discrepancy between fans of MIBR and Tricked here, but Tricked are the ones currently in grasp of closing this out in a 2-0 series.
At least they brought their own drum, right? Yeah. They can still be heard. They can still be heard. Here we go, though. We are going to be getting right back into things here in Budapest. This could be the final half that's played by MIBR. Or are they going to be able to bring things back? We saw massive aggression in the pistol round from Tricked in the previous. This time, the Brazilians are going to take control of long and stack towards this site. It seems like a bit of a fake as well, though. Hunden just throwing some nades in. It's the short take that will be coming in from the Danes. And there isn't going to be anyone there to stop them. The bomb will go down, almost guaranteed.
No kid on the CT side. So if they're going to retake, they have to do it quickly. And Trick can just hold these close angles. You can see Roy here trying to make sure to control ramp. They have 3 players grouped up in towards middle, prevent any sort of catwalk play. But they're going to have to be in quick rotation. They're going to have to help and reinforce the site ASAP. Flashbang's been thrown in. Roy's actually repositioned. Bubsy's at 1 as Taco respawns. Roy needs to connect these shots, and he's finally able to take down Taco to buy more time for the Danes to hold on.
They're coming around the corner. The problem is, as you mentioned, the clock. 15 seconds, and it's left all onto Hunden. All he has to do is waste some time. Is he really going to be trying this again? He hits the shot! It's done! It doesn't even matter at this point what is done by MIBR. Hunden has won them the round, and Fur has to scurry away. How many times is he going to attempt that? And how many times will it work?
It's called God Hunden for a reason. And he saves the round for Trick. Gets in the pistol round to get him 1 step closer. 12-4 now for Trick. They are so close to closing out this series. They did struggle in Overpass, keep in mind. But Hunden there, what a play out of him. Jumping burst, enough to finish off the round, enough to close it out. Can they continue? And MIBR are going to go for the full save, the full eco. They realize if they have to win, they have to chain together so many rounds. And I think Taco, he actually snuck through. Unluckily, there's really no one there, and unluckily, I've already pushed towards B, so the bomb's been able to make its way in towards the site.
Yeah, even still, they're doing a lot of damage. There are now 3 players below half HP. Of course, retaking this B site, incredibly difficult, even with weaponry, but they've managed to go for a little boost. Popsky so low. Lucas has actually found a kill here.
2 from tunnel, though, Tom. Keep an eye on that. This is going to be massive pressure coming in from the position. If they can't clear the doorway player, they can't kill Lucas, they might get distracted and they might be overrun.
Here comes the flash, it's perfect. Taco hits the shot, looking for more, but Hunden's still there. It's left onto him again, just looking to escape. And again, the time is on his side. There's absolutely nothing that can be done. It's a great round from MIBR, but it's still not enough to win it. Hunden will just do exactly what's needed. Waste that clock enough for the bomb to go off, and sure, it's not the best way to win a round. It's not the cleanest way, but they still get their 13th.
And he actually gets the SG, takes the ump and picks up that weapon, which is so crucial, considering they were able to escape with an AK in the hands of Lucas. Great way to push back in and try to keep the weaponry in their hands. 13-4. Yeah, that timing, if they played that any slower, Taco might have really been able to shut them down and provide a lot of pressure early on. A little bit of a timeout coming in to talk some things over, and MIBR, they obviously saved in the last round, so they're gonna have a full economy into this, a full buy. I think it's as close as they possibly can get to it. But a core is on the op now. And the weaponry is really not fully there. You have a MAC-10, a Galil, you have an SG for a Roy that's gonna pick it up in a few seconds. This can easily be the start to the comeback that MIBR need.
Yeah, I think this is an important pause for either side. MIBR are obviously so far behind. I think that's evident by the scoreline. But for Tricked, it's one of those rounds where you go, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've already thrown away quite a few ridiculous scenarios in the last map. Let's try and make this one stick. We win this one, the game is surely ours, but long control taken. They still have that AWP, and Acor, as we mentioned, has been utterly fantastic with it throughout this tournament. A real MVP candidate. The other is on your screen right now. Looking to get aggressive into middle. I like this. The Brazilian's not going to sit back, but Bubsky will. He takes the head off one, does a lot of damage to the second, and they may get caught fighting here. Roy has closed out another. Lucas desperately trying to find a way back into this round, but the T's have gone.
Follow needs to hit some massive shots. Put up an elevator. He's gonna have a few different targets coming around the corner to core again. He hits the shot, he opens up the site. Lucas does get one down. He actually drops the bomb, which is easier to have to chase for, but unluckily they're not able to capitalize off of that. Do they save or do they go for it here in a 2-on-3?
It's a tough decision to make, but by the looks of it, they're gonna go for it. A couple of low players just going to be lurking around the edge of that smoke. His MAC-10 won't be useful at range, but if they can get rid of him, it could be even better. But instead, he's waiting, and he gets both kills. The round closed out, a 14th onto the board for Tricked. And again, a tough decision, but look at that straight away. Orb thrown over. KNG, well, Fur claimed he was going to be the beast, the man that people had to beat, the monster within the server. That's what they need to awaken right now.
It's gonna be a lot of pressure put on his shoulders, considering they didn't really have much money to buy up to support him. He's gonna have to hit these shots, and he's gonna need to do it now, or Tricked are gonna be on map and match point. That's a lot of damage done to a core there with that grenade. You can see KNG trying to cut off a large portion of the map here towards long. Tricked taking their time. They have actually drawn Lucas away from the short position. And the utility is starting to wear thin for MIBR. They obviously didn't have the best to buy in this round. They need to get a little bit lucky with some of these shots. But Fallen, can he hit something? He's going to need these deagle shots to land. He's going to need to connect. He will connect, actually. Not too much damage, but does back away. Stays alive to fight another day. And Bubsky, in the meantime, is going to be pushing long, and he can actually catch him off guard. No one's going to be holding this position. And here they go, exploding in onto the site.
Yeah, ready and waiting is Fallen, but he's gone. It's more onto KNG. That AWP needs to step up. He's managed to get the first, but he has to be careful. As you mentioned, Bubsky's still lurking in behind him. The rotation for his remaining players is more just cannon fodder. They need to set him up or hit some crazy shots as they go past, and Hunden just waiting on the angle, unable to connect. The flashbang's good, but no one's hitting their shots. Finally, Lucas will get one. It's traded back, but Bubsky, he pounces at the perfect time. He leaves it all onto Taco. And again, the clock is ticking. He needs this kill desperately fast, trying to bait him in and hits the shot as well. He has enough time for the defusal. It's Taco once again to save them here. And they've at least got a fifth.
Why is MIBR reminding me right now of Fnatic, winning these rounds off clutch individual plays? It was Fur in the 1v4 last time on an overpass. It's Taco this time. I just don't know how MIBR come back from that. How Taco hits those shots. But they're not done just yet. We see Trick now throwing in the hero play for a core with the AWP. And the double AWP setup come for MIBR. And I was saying before, this could be the time for them to start racking up some rounds. They got the weaponry to do it.
Yeah, you say could, I say has to be. They're so far behind that even one slip up is enough. Long control gained early. Look at this push coming through from Taco. He's gone all the way into the spawn. He's got to be careful here. They're coming back to the spawn. If he just gets overwhelmed, then the B side's fairly open. He'll peek out, spots Nye on the whole team, still goes for the peek, doing damage, but that's all. One kill to his name, a trade back and an extra weapon found. Instead, Fur's going to look to try and hold them, and he's got to be careful. Didn't expect them to just run straight in towards the tunnel. It's wasting a lot of time, that's for sure, but at least in the round, things are fairly even.
The tough part for Trick is they have an AWP at B to contend with, they have an AWP at A to contend with. Maybe the answer is going to be here in middle. Maybe they decide, let's avoid the AWPs. Oh, Shush getting very close to that shot through the smoke. 30 seconds left, though, and with the positions that they're taking, it's going to take them a lot of time to actually even get in towards the site. Fallen can buy a lot of time. Fur's got to be there to back him up. And they have to get on the move. They cannot afford to take any longer. Fallen, this is going to be tough. Comes around the corner, gets the first. He needs a backup from his teammates to help him out, and that's going to be Fur now down. You still have Lucas here to help out. No flashbang coming through, but Lucas to get the first onto Catwalk, and Lucas again is helping out. And MIBR are holding strong as Lucas gets a triple kill, and they stay alive.
I think I agree with you there. That was a situation where I think Tricked had to realize they'd run out of time. That was just throwing guns into MIBR, basically just giving away all your weaponry. You still had 4 guns standing. You could have just backed out. I understand it's a horrible thing to have to do, but 20 seconds and you've only just taken long?
Well, if Lucas doesn't hit that shot onto Shush, that was a done round, because Fallen would have had to fight on 2 different fronts, and you're not going to win that with an AWP. Oh, man. Ooh. KNG so quick.
Nice shots coming in. This could be a confidence builder round. Just everything connecting for the Brazilian side once more, and as clean as you like. 7 rounds the distance that MIBR has to climb. There will be now a purchase coming back in. Of course, only needing 2 rounds. There's going to be so many buys that MIBR have to fight off. We've seen so many hero plays. Bubsky 23 and 14. First still up there. Taco again, he's had a great series as well. We're looking more towards that double AWP setup to maybe step up, or Lucas to have a better performance, and that's a good start. And able to get 1 kill, and well, Fur alongside him with another. There's been a few rounds now where Tricked have just tried to run through into long, and it hasn't been working. Instead, they're going to try and pressurize B, and Taco gets the timing wrong. They spot the second player. The rest of the rotation is so far away. They need KNG to do something here. Missed shot. The back Bubsky closes him out, and this could be it. A 15th may be possible. Fallen doesn't connect either on the cross, and the bomb's going to go down.
Smoke and a flash to retake for Fur, and nothing to defend with on Trick's side. They just have to hit their shots. You can see Fallen looking to lead the charge around the corner, gets sprayed through the door. 20 seconds left and counting. Bubs, I love his position. Fallen gets the first, though, and he actually connects onto the second as well. Somehow, MIBR again are firing their way through. A core gonna be by himself. Go for the spray, gets down further. Diffuse is coming through, and Lucas will close it out. And MIBR will not go quietly. 8 rounds on the board.
That was way too close for comfort. That was the rounds of swings and roundabouts, really. Tricked went 2 men down, then got 2 kills back, and they just couldn't hold on in a B-side retake, which one of the most difficult sides to retake in the game. And there wasn't even that much utility for the Brazilians. It was just off pure aim getting back in. A little bit unlucky, of course, with the timing peak, but that was such a good shot from Fallen back into the site. And once again, opportunities for Tricked to close out this map. And instead, they're left with pistols.
They got so lucky that last round catching them out. I think there was Taco with an incendiary grenade in his hand. Don't know if Luck's going to continue to shine on them as this map continues. Hoping that Bubsky can make something work with the AK, but again, that's so much pressure, and they don't have a ton of utility to help support or a ton of ways to facilitate an entry frag for him.
He's actually very lucky there. They Molotov that it just didn't spread into the corner, and he didn't have a smoke. So he would have burnt down very low, but spread not quite there. Minute, or under a minute on the clock. So far, the Brazilians giving absolutely nothing away. They're going to try and pressure Taco once again. This time, a lot further back. KNG's hit a double elsewhere on the map, but a nice shot from Roy. However, KNG just looking to go ham. He's got 4 kills. Only 1 man stands between him and the ace. It looks like his teammate might try and steal it away. They don't really need to hunt for Acor. He doesn't have anything on him. In fact, he almost needs to die in this scenario to make sure he gets the loss bonus. Faze there to close it. That's what you want to see from KNG. If you think MIBR can bring this back, that man has to awaken. Sure, it was a round where not much was invested, but it's still a good start.
Well, you can see Tricked have a ton of money to spend. I'm going to just take a quick little pause to talk some things over. Yeah, I think you see some sort of frustration in Trick's play with the fact that they've been just like kind of rushing into sites, rushing into plays, similar to what MIBR did on the T side when nothing seemed to have worked. All they need is 2 rounds. See Roy there on your screen. As mentioned before, one of the first tournaments he's actually playing on LAN in front of an audience.
He's done all right.
Yeah, he has. You can't complain.
No. Already, though, KNG, well, spoke about how he needed to perform. That was an attempted double AWP peek into mid. MIBR trying to catch their opponents off guard. Instead, they've caught, well, 2 bullets, technically, from Acor, as Fallen's also been legged up. Not the start they wanted to this round. We've seen them turn much more difficult situations, however, so Trickness need to try and calm the storm. Not make any mistakes in this scenario. That's been the problem.
Well, Taco has to pick up the mantle from KNG. It's been so aggressive across the TNCT side. And now he's going to need to play passive with this op. He's going to have quite a few players knocking on his front door. And Bubsky looking to kind of pincer things through, and he actually somehow gets the kill into the first. Taco, he has survived into the back of the round. He's going to be rushed down from platform, but he somehow gets the kill onto Roy. How does he hit that shot? Hunden, though, is able to take down Lucas, and they still have the 2-on-1, but Taco is just surviving. He's buying time for Fallen to come back in, but Akor is not going to miss that shot, and now it's all on Fallen. 1 versus 2 with an AWP and a P250. Is he going to continue to push the smoke? Is he going to go through? The bomb when he planted momentarily. A safe plant. Oh my gosh, he has come through. He gets the dink. The nade comes in as well, but Akor is going to finish him off and get tricked on match point.
He had to hit that shot as well. He died moments after it. But he did pretty much win them that round single-handedly. So much damage done off the back of that AWP. Multiple kills, so much damage. Clearing so many important positions as well and holding on in the end. Many players, when seeing that nade coming in, would have panicked. This man just seems to be so calm. But this is it. Series point. Grand final time. If Trick can take one more round. Again, we've been mentioned as a dark horse within this tournament. A team on form rather than the team with all the historic and star players that you may have necessarily seen in the past. They've had to go through a fair few legends to get to where they are right now, and if they can get one more round, that's another legend on the body pile. Even still, though, the AWP's gone. The money is not necessarily there. Okay, sure, they're in a position where they have 6 attempts, but it's only a scout for the man who basically won them the round with the AWP.
Oh, wow, they've been able to get a lot of real estate. They've been able to sneak completely out towards middle. Could be rushing in towards window. You can see them immediately backing off this one, realizing, and Shush just runs straight through. The MAC-10 straight out, not going to work up. They know where Taco is, and he doesn't have many bullets left. He eventually gets a second, but they've been able to get the bomb back in sight. Roy gets flanked from behind. And now it's all on Hunden and Bubsky. 2 on 3.
Bubsky's picked up the AWP. MIBR have been pretty good in these retakes so far. I like the timing of that Molotov, though. At least forces them to back off a little bit. Hunden, it seems like he may be tempted to get a little bit aggressive here. They've got to be careful, though, of tunnels. That's where Lucas looks to push back in. The AWP may not be ready for this sneaky play through. Bubsky gets one. It's left onto him to do absolutely everything. He's trying to dance, but he can't do anything. The Brazilians make the retake work.
Where's the kit? Lucas! Oh, just barely gets there in time and should have the defuse through. Oh!
That was too close. That shouldn't have been that close. That would have been another split-second loss if it had gone through.
That had to have been less than 0.2 seconds left on that defuse.
Dear Lord.
That's a lot of, I think, wind taken out of the sails of Tricked. Getting so close and yet not closing out. KNG gets the first shot onto Roy. Only against the pistols and 1 AK out of Shush, but they're making it look very easy. And okay, now there might be a chance. Hunden and Shush do respawn. Back to a 3-on-3 and some weapons are being recovered.
Even still, they've taken so much damage. There's been a rotation in. And the smoke will hold them back, force them to reposition, but just look at Taco alone on that B site. Like, look how far away any sort of rotation will be. This setup is a risky one. The question is, are they going to be able to force Tricked into a position where it works? It looks like they might. Luke is getting very aggressive. I don't know if they'd expect anybody to be this far forward in long. He somewhat looks away. He still wins the first duel, but the trade back's all right for Tricked.
But look at this, Taco's rotating. They're actually throwing the bomb back towards T-spawn to head into the B site. Hunden's gonna have the control. He has the deagle, and he's not been seen getting in. If he can just tuck himself in tightly here, he might catch Taco on the peak. Oh, he made sound, he dropped in, he spots out Taco, but Taco gets the kill. Can he get the second? No, Bubsky now. 1 versus 1 for match point. up against Fallen. Spots him out, backs away. Bomb should go down. Fallen with the massive health advantage, and Fallen's gonna get the kill. And Fallen's gonna keep them alive here on Dust 2.
The switch made me thought he got it there for a second. Oh, it gets your heart beating. These rounds have been so unbelievably close. Bubsky is now on 29 kills. That would have been for the 30 bomb. But it's happening again, Jason. The grind back from the Brazilians. They're never out until that 16th round is hit. But even still, it seems like Trick can do so much with so little. Was that a singular rifle brought in that round alongside pistols? The rest they found along the way.
You know, Tom, you talked earlier on about how teams have been struggling to close out games, and teams have been able to come back. iBUYPOWER has been one of the few teams that's been able to successfully do it up against NIP in this tournament.
Where did this come from? They really are firing on all cylinders at this point. The last round was close, but this one has been dominant. Acor just with the AWP still in his hands. He needs to make this costly. Maybe make one of those AWPs disappear. That would be the best case for them here. Even still, Fallens will hit the deck. They know where he is. They don't really need to hunt him here. He's not the man you want to be pushing. He himself has been very strong. Sure, he's low on HP. And looks like they're just trying to box him in. Make sure that AWP doesn't go anywhere. Well, there you go. KNG keeps it relatively clean. They retrieved the second AWP as well. Fur made sure of that. Even though they would have been able to afford it anyway, it's still an important save. However, with the loss bonus now building once again, well, it should be maxed, in fact, there's going to be another buy coming back in.
Yeah, and you see Trick picking up the pace, trying to rush down one of these spots, trying to overwhelm their opponents. Not easy to do, and the buy-up out of Trick is interesting to say the least. Bubsky with the spawn towards B, looking for the shot, and unfortunately for him, no one's going to be peeking. No one's going to give him an opportunity. And Trick seem to be running out of options. They'd be running out of strategies. They do have a smoke and 2 flashes, by the way, so they could technically explode out middle if they wanted to. It looks like Catwalk's the position they want to hit.
Yeah, this time Fallen not going to be able to do anything with the AWP. In fact, the nade misses as well. Space gathered, but they're kind of hoping that Bubsky can find something with the AWP. You don't really just want to be pushing in and trying to get that bomb down before they have a real advantage. The AWP, although good in those afterplants, may not be ideal. Fur gets away with the opener. Bubsky does trade, but he gets cooked. And is there going to be anything more? Taco once more keeps the advantage going. And the T's still trying to wrap around. Acor has been able to retrieve that AWP. Shush goes down without a fight, and it's left all onto the AWP once again. Similar scenario to the last round. The dominant force of MIBR really starting to grind this back again. It's not like last time where they were just clutching. Sure, there's been 1 or 2, but they've had some clean rounds.
11-4 first half for Trick, and it's turned into a 15-13 scoreline. And Trick just gonna go for a pause here to talk some things over, realizing this game is slipping away from them so slowly, and the frustration that must be mounting within their team, asking themselves, why can we not close this out? Why can we not finish one more round? Bubsky at 30 kills, 23 for a core, and Shush apiece.
I think all you have to say here is, we've already done it. Like that's what they need to be saying to themselves. Like, sure, we let them back into the match last time, but we won. Now we just need that one round once again, and then this is done. We're in the final. VP ready and waiting for them. Despite what Pasha said, it is later today. Here we go. Once again, they're going to take control of the tunnels. This seems to be an integral part of their early round. Hunden getting some space into middle, and the bomb Actually pushing its way down. Neymar has to be a little bit careful here, but much more passive rounds coming out.
Oh, that's so nice.
Too close.
You just see the tension between both these two teams. No one wanting to make a mistake. Nice flashbang comes through. Hunden's gonna get caught out. Counter flash comes through. Lucas not ready, and Roy's gonna respond. Fallen left alone on the safe site. The Molotov's gonna come through to buy him some time. He does have a smoke as well to continue to maintain this position. Nade comes in, should do some decent damage. And here we go, Fallen alone. Trying to buy time, he's gonna be spotted out. Actually gets rushed down the side. Roy comes up big when they need it. The bomb's gonna be planted. It's gonna be a 3-on-4 now. It's Fur gonna sneak his way up.
They need this clutch to remain within the match. Sneaking their way forward. The smoke goes down to try and counter any jump up. Utility being expended by both sides. The Molotov trying to hold them back, but Fur's got the first kill back in. He'll be traded out by Roy. It all comes down to this. He gets another one. It's left on to KNG within the clutch. 1 versus 3. He's going to have to use it as a shotgun. Does get the no-scope, but the clock ticking so low. He only has a matter of seconds. It's not happening. Tricked have got themselves into the grand final. MIBR are on the long way home to Brazil. And our dark horse continues.